good morning, my brothers and sisters. Good morning, and welcome to another Good Morning Grief devotional. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan, Senior, your 2023 grief coach, and I'm super duper excited to have this time and this opportunity to come to you on today to lead you in a very special way in yet another grief devotional. Yo, this is the daily grief devotional that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is the natural and normal response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. Grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how it is expressed on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out. And that's why we continue to shout good morning, because mourning is a good thing. And I'm so grateful and thankful to have all of you here on today as we lead you in a very special way and yet another Good Morning Grief devotion. Today's grief quote comes from Mahatma Gandhi, who says, live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Live as if you were to die tomorrow, but learn as if you were to live forever. And let's just take our topic from that first line. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Sometimes when we're grieving, we wish we would die. I'm not talking about actively planning suicide. I'm talking about passive, passing thoughts in which we wish we could escape our misery. I think that if you've gone through the grieving process at any point in time, you maybe have felt that. It's just a passive, fleeting thought, and really just the desire to escape the misery. The misery can be so bad, the pain can be so intense, trying to imagine a future without the loved one in your life can be so bad that we just want to escape this misery. We don't want to feel this anymore. We just want to get out of this situation, out of this predicament, right? And you got to understand this is normal and it's natural. It's natural to want to escape misery. Nobody wants to endure pain. Nobody wants to go through this hardship. Nobody, sometimes it can just seem so hard and so overwhelming of moving on with life without them in your life. That is normal, natural to have these fleeting thoughts. We're not talking about making out a plan, right? These passive thoughts of just getting out of this misery. Active suicidal thoughts and planning, on the other hand, require immediate help. If you feel as if you're in that position to where you done got a plan and you got these active thoughts instead of there being passive thoughts, yeah, immediate help is required. And there may be somebody that may be at that point to where you're saying, look, yeah, that's where I'm at. Immediate help is absolutely necessary if that's where you are. If you got a plan, you're active, you're really contemplating it, I want to encourage you to get some help, right? But we're just talking about passive thoughts, fleeting thoughts of just wanting to come out of that misery. Here it is. Let's pretend for a minute that we knew we would die tomorrow. What would you do today? If you knew you would die tomorrow, what would you do today? What would what would we definitely not do? Who would we spend time with? Who would we reach out to? Just say, for instance, if you knew tomorrow was the day, what would you do? If you knew you only got 24 hours to live, what would you do today? How would you spend this 24 hours? Who would you hang with? Who would you talk to? What would you not do? Who would you avoid? Who would you not go to if you knew that tomorrow was the day, right? Now, check this out. Let's pretend that we knew we will live forever. For imagination's sake, let's also pretend we didn't have to worry about money, right? So now the question becomes, what will we want to explore? What's on our no holds barred bucket list, right? If money wasn't an option, if you was going to live forever, what would be on your no holds bar bucket list? What were the things that you would want to do? Where are the places you would want to go? What would you want to see? Who would you want to talk to? What events would you attend? Where would you travel? What would you like to eat? What would you do if you would live forever, right? And money would be no problem. Where are you going with this, Pastor Duncan? This is where I'm going in this final thought. Today I will strive to live as if I was going to die tomorrow. Today you should strive to live as if you were going to die tomorrow. The things you would do, the places you would go, the people you would talk to, the things you would avoid and not. Today you should live, right? As if you're going to die tomorrow. Because this is the thing, you don't know. And some of us are waiting. We take days for granted. We take people for granted. We take years for granted. We take time for granted. We take opportunities for granted. Think about your loved one that transition. Maybe they were sick and you saw it coming, right? Maybe, you had a little speculation of a timeline. Or for some of you, it was out the blue. For some of you, it was instant. For some of you, it was sudden. For some of you, and it always seemed like it was too soon, right? And that's the thing that you got to know and understand about this appointment that we all have with death, because we never know. We don't know the day nor the hour. We don't know the time. We don't know when, where, or how. Right? We just know that eventually our time is going to be up. Our number's going to be called. It could be today. It could be 100 years from now. Right? So what do we do in the interim? You live every day as if it's your last day, right? Today, I will strive to live as if I were going to die tomorrow. And I will also embark on learning something new as if I knew I was going to live forever. I'm going to live my life as if I'm going to die tomorrow, but I'm going to also embark upon something new as if I'm going to live forever. Where's that bucket list? If money wasn't an object, what would you do? Where would you go? Who would you see? What event would you attend? Where would you travel? What would you eat? These are the things that you have to get busy doing now. There's no waiting for a rainy day. There's no waiting for another opportunity. There's no waiting for, no, these are the things that we need to start planning and putting in motion now, right? As if you are going to die tomorrow, right? And as if you have this bucket list, as if you're going to live forever. And the money is not an object. Y'all, one thing that grief should teach you is the power, as you navigate through the season, is the power of life, right? And the power to choose to live. The power to choose to live. I want to let you know, you still got chapters in the book of your life. You still got miles on the journey of your life. And I know your loved one transition. You thought it was going to take you out, right? You navigating through those waters. I told you you're going to live again, love again, laugh again. You're going to smile again. And you got to get busy living again, right? You got to get busy living. I know it was a rough season. I know you endured it. I know you navigated through it. You got to get busy living again because your life is not over. And you don't want to put yourself in a position where you end up dying without ever having had the opportunity to live, right? Y'all, today, my brothers and sisters, is day 351. Live as if you were to die tomorrow.